praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect out there. Today we're going to get into the spirit of prophecy, all right? And basically the video is going to be called, America introduces new chip technology, all right? Because if you look out in history and throughout all the kingdoms that were that flourished in history, whether it be the Egyptians, whether it be the Babylonians or the Persians and the Medes, the Assyrians, so on and so forth, even leading up to the Romans and the Greeks. Basically, what you have what we say, conform.
We're gradually conforming to the chip, so to speak.
Yeah. But in the history, it was always some type of conformality, if that's a real word. Saying, okay, no longer you're going to deal with your laws and your ways. You got to conform to the ways of the king or the rulers. And that happened all throughout history, and through the Spirit we're going to bring out examples. But first, through the Spirit I want to show the reason why we called this the new chip technology. America's introducing the new chip technology because we got hardcore evidence here. We get it right here, get what we can, and basically you see, I got a new debit card in the mail, and I sent this to certain brothers out there, basically got a new debit card in the mail, and it was basically read what it says, right? It says swipe, and this is what the letter that this is Bank of America, all right? Some brothers may have Bank of America, some of you who out there watching this video maybe new to Israel or whatever case there is. Maybe your parents got Bank of America. What you say about Bank of America before? That's you said something about Bank of America, how they're like they're different than the rest of the banks.
I don't remember that,
Okay.
but I know they got money from the government.
Right.
Bank of America, doing the bailout.
There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna just read this. It says swipe or insert your new card works the same. Your enclosed card comes with chip technology, which provides an extra layer of security. See? And that's what the thing they're going to be pushing with Esau in this society. They're going to be pushing this new chip technology for security purposes. All right? That's one of the main purposes of the chip, as well as it's going to keep going. It says for everyday purchase, use your card as you do today. Just swipe it. For merchants who already have chip-enabled terminals, insert your card into the card reader. Please see the steps to the right for more information. And it shows you here how you can do that. And in fact, it shows here how you can do that. And in fact, I worked for this one company. Well, it wasn't I forget exactly what it was. It was I just say it was a company or whatever, and they taught us how to sell these terminals. And matter of fact, this terminal here was one of the most, prevalent systems to sell. Like if you sold that system, you would get a higher what's the jobs called?
Higher commission.
Yeah, commission, exactly.
Higher commission.
Because it was a commission-based job, and depending on what kind of terminal you sold to a certain company, you would get a certain commission. Now, this little terminal here, I remember specifically, it was like a little fancy one. It came with like little colors and everything. That one you got a good commission off of. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say it was the best commission, but it was a very good commission off that sell. All right. I'm gonna continue on in this letter I got in the mail it says your security is our top priority, because that's the best way you're gonna sell something, letting everybody know the benefits of it, like what's the best reason for you to get this chip technology. All right. It says the new chip on your card provides additional security when used at a chip-enabled terminal. Data stored on the chip on your card is more difficult to counterfeit. Mm-hmm. That's why you have now. What's the big thing now? Well, Identity theft.
Identity theft, yeah.
Identity theft. That's another avenue of marketing, so to speak, or how would you say?
Conditioning the consumers to accept the agenda.
Right, exactly.
You know? That's what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, the American people are nothing but consumers.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And I'm gonna continue. It says data stored on a chip on your card is more difficult to counterfeit. Plus, whether you use your debit card to shop online, by phone, or in store, every purchase is covered by our $0 liability guarantee, which credits your account for any fraudulent charges. So basically, with this chip, it's showing you like nobody can take your card number and just use it. You know what I'm saying? It's basically showing you that it's saying like, yo, with this chip, again, no one can counterfeit your name or your money.
Also, it has the ability to store information. You know.
Exactly. Right.
So the little bit of information that is capable of storing pursuant to this letter, gradually, they probably already had the technology to put more information like your social security number, any information, all your personal private records, whether it be medical records or school records or whatever. You know. And
then it says, and then now the next paragraph is titled "Accepted Everywhere." Whether purchasing office supplies or dining at a restaurant, your new card enables you to continue making everyday business purchases with confidence wherever you go. While chip technology has been around the world for nearly a decade, we want you to be ready as it comes to the U.S. All right?
Yeah, because it's already over there in Europe.
Yeah.
They have it. It's heavy in Europe. So you said, we want it to be ready when it comes to the U.S.
Yeah. Why? If they want you to be ready, why they giving it to you now? You know, so they're telling you that they want you to be ready for the big shebang.
They're phasing the technology in. They're getting you used to it.
Right.
Now these terminals, these special terminals, those are special terminals that you can use. They're not readily available. You know, the regular terminals that they're using they don't have chip technology.
Right. Right.
So they're slowly phasing it in. You know, so that the people will accept it.
Right.
You know.
You gotta get Revelation 13:16.
Come.
Yeah. Get that right quick. Yes. So this is why to those men that have the understanding and those eyes and those ears, they understand that this is Revelation 13:16. It's not talking about some embargo. All right, it's not talking about nothing else but the RFID chip, because the RFID chip is here. And matter of fact, one brother texted me back. He said, "Yo, they force fed him that card. You know, I got this card because I just opened up a new account. All right. However, one brother texted back. He said, "Yeah, they basically said, yo, give me your card. Here's your new card."
Well, guess what? When you sign a contract for a bank account, that card is actually the property of the bank.
There you go.
Just like your accounts. That you put a deposit in your bank account, that becomes property of the bank. It's no longer your property.
Right.
You know, it belongs to the bank.
Right.
You know?
Come. So essentially your property of the bank then. Yeah. You know?
That's right. This is Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Yeah, that's why when I read this part, it said accepted anywhere. I mean, it's like everywhere. The last sentence reads as, while chip technology has been around the world for nearly a decade, we want you to be ready as it comes to the U.S. Mm-hmm. So how are they getting you ready? What are they getting you ready for? For it to be implanted in your right hand or on your forehead. Mm-hmm. All right? That's what they're getting you ready for. They're using your everyday
habits.
Yeah, right. Your everyday habits, your everyday tangible necessities. You know, for you to, okay, now there's a chip in this. So when you get ready, when they really want to implement the RFID chip in your body, it's like, okay, you already been using it. Look, this activates your cell phone bill. This activates your bank account, you know, all your business transactions. Look, you might as well just put it in your hand now, especially for security purposes. Look, we've done so well monitoring your bank account, making sure there hasn't been any counterfeits. Look, suppose your child gets lost or whatever have you, we can secure that as well.
Yep. And guess what? As we was talking about the different generations. You had Generation X, Generation Y, the baby boomers, millennials. Well, the millennials are more inclined to accept that technology without questioning. You know.
Yeah, that's your 80s. That's your 80s babies, your 90s grimies, as I like to call them, man. You know, those are your millennials, right? We were born in the era of technology. You know. We grew up in an era where technology, quote unquote, saved our lives. Because what happened with Y2K? You know, that whole Y2K scare, you know, brothers was about 16, 15, whatever the case is, 14, whatever the case is. You know, during that time, we was like, damn, like, some brothers might have thought in their mind, like, yo, or the American people, or men our age, you know, in that time, like, damn, it might crumble. Well, they looked at technology like, damn, it's about to crumble. It's over in the year 2000. But they was like, oh, well, we're able to salvage technology. So technology became like a demigod, so to speak, you know. And that's what that's why the brother said what he said. Our era with the video games, you know, iPhones and Game Boys, and you know, I remember what was the little Sega joint you had?
Game Gear.
Game Gear. Remember, we came up with that. You know, that's our era. So, like the brother said, our era is inclined to just dive into something like this. And these are your new age parents as well. These are your young, dumb, stupid parents. You know, these are the new parents of today. This is the quote unquote future. All right.
Now I looked up, like you mentioned the analogy with the video games or whatever. You had Atari, then it went from with Sega and Nintendo.
Yeah, Sega Genesis.
Okay, I looked up the word gradual. It says comes from the Latin gradus, means step. So as each of these technologies was created, you take a step up, another step up. You know, just like the Atari went from Nintendo to Sega Genesis. Well, this is how this technology, the chip technology, has evolved over time. They've gradually stepped up the technology into actually getting people to consider accepting that chip, that mark of the beast. You know, and they've done it by generation after generation. So
yeah, Carter. I mean, basically, you had. I know you had something in that book.
Yeah, I had something in the book. Real quick, just real quick. This is The World's Last Dictator by Dwight L. Kinman, and this is page 262. It says all this information will be in the soon coming debit card, smart card, which if you read up, it says your name, your social security number, fingerprint data, physical description. And it says, and will ultimately be replaced with a microchip in the hand or forehead. You know?
Huh. Yeah, so the information's out there. You know, the chip been around for a little while. People have been getting the memo. You know, even in the Christian church. You know, I was speaking to this one broad. You know, she was telling me, whatever the case is, how when she went to church 20 years ago, whatever, when she was younger, that her pastor was teaching about the chip. I remember my pops was talking about the chip in the 90s, you know. So the chip ain't really nothing new. It's just it's going to start to be pushed more and more. It's going to be pushed more and more in the forefront. And again, going back to the history in the scriptures, let's get that first. Romans 15, the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning, because we have examples of our forefathers who went through similar situations. So that's why for someone to say that the RFID chip, the mark of the beast isn't the RFID chip, well then what is the mark of the beast then? Because they say that the RFID, because they don't notice, the people that say what they say, they don't say that the RFID chip, they don't say that the mark of the, no, they say that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, but they don't say the mark of the beast. They don't say what the mark of the beast is. So what if the RFID chip is not going to be the thing that's implanted to your forehead or your right hand? You know, if that's not what Esau is going to be pushing, what is it then? All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Romans 15:4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope."
Yeah, we have hope because we know, because there's certain situations, like I said, that, you know, the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which were their slave names, they basically had an ultimatum. You know, there was a decree put out. You know, there was a decree put out to where, you know, to the point where, look, either you do this or there's going to be judgment put on you from that particular rulership, from that particular king or that governor. You know.
Yeah, and then when it came down, it comes down to, you're an Israelite, you're going to serve your power, you're going to serve your God, or you're going to serve the king. You know, and that was a big test of faith.
Yeah.
Like it was written in Romans, the 15th chapter, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right.
You know, because these scriptures give us hope, you know, when that time comes, because that's another test.
Right.
The mark of the beast when they implement the chip.
You got that? What you got? You got something you gonna pull?
Yeah, I got the article, that other article.
Okay, yeah.
You know, this is an article from Dave Hodges' Common Sense Show. It's titled, "They Want to Tag Us Before They Bag Us," implying that basically they want to identify you, then kill you. You know, and it has Edomite with an identification card, but I'm gonna skip down. It says, it's a lot. Okay. I'm just gonna read a few segments. One part is the immigration Trojan horse, because what Esau wants to do is he's going to implement this chip in segments of the population. In particular, the immigration thing is big. You have to identify your immigrants. You know, you have to identify, you know, Issachar, you know, Northern Kingdom. You have to identify them. You know, your police forces, your army. You know, you use an identification system, which could be the chip. You know, on a national ID card, which leads to the chip. The national ID, and soon the global ID system is being sold to the rank and file of Congress as a means to control terrorism and to further prevent illegal immigration. Showing IDs to board a plane on 9/11 did not prevent the destruction of the Twin Towers.
No, I say this right quick because today's what? What's today's date? 21st?
21st,
yeah. Today's November the 21st, 2014. Obama made a statement, I believe it was today, that he said that the immigration system is broken. That was his statement. So by him saying that, he's saying, look, we need another solution for this immigration problem, because a lot of people getting on him about the whole immigration situation, you know. That's...
And it says, and we have drones and satellites which cannot read inscriptions on a dime from the upper reaches of the atmosphere. That can read inscriptions on a dime from the upper reaches of the atmosphere, and we can't identify and stop foreign nationals from crossing our borders. Our government does not want to stop illegal immigration, and now we are being asked to swallow the myth that only an ID can prevent illegal immigration. Only a member of Congress who is more focused on becoming enriched at their insider trading potential would be distracted enough to fall for this ridiculous excuse. And you know, now they mentioned that, you know, it's going to be a lot of congressmen making money off of that, in cahoots with their national ID system, because that costs money. That's so-called American taxpayer dollars that has to go to fund that, which is actually your labor, you know. But just, you know, I just was going into it real quick. If you want the article, it's on commonsenseshow.com. But immigration is a Trojan horse to push the chip and identification. That's why we was getting into this technology, this microchip technology, because that same microchip with those same capabilities inside the debit card is going to be the same thing used to identify the people.
Yeah, and they show you in different movies, you know. They show you in all these different movies. What was that? Contagion.
Contagion.